When did you stop doing it?
22 years ago.
Wow.
23. Man, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of time.
Well, I had to. You know, I was doing this movie, and I finished. The guy, I had to throw this guy through a wall, and I really liked the guy, you know, and I didn't want to hurt him. And he said, no, you got to. So I put him through the wall and took a door off the hinges, and they said, Lenny, we don't own that door. This is Whitey Bulger's place. I go, hey, man, I'm done after today. You know, someone's going to pay Whitey. So the guy, I finished, and I bought a bag of blow and whiskey and bag of dope and some beers. And the guys, you happy? I said, yeah. He said, you want to get real happy? I said, you don't scare me. So we'll pick you up at 6 a.m. So I went back to the hotel and met my buddy, my childhood buddy. And we went out. He said, let's see how many bars we can go to before they charge us for booze. You know, so, hey, Lenny, yeah. So we ended up at the Tall Ships down at Faneuil Hall, and the guy didn't know me, so we paid. We said, we'll stay here. Then he realized who I was. Then we drank free, went back, and we're doing blow, and the door bangs open, and Wiggle freaks out. He said, "What is it?" He said, "The guys, come on, we're going to like a rave." And he took me to an AA meeting in South Boston, and it clicked. You know, I thought it was a gag. I said, I had the blow with me, and I said, come on, one's no lines. Just listen.
This is after a bender?
After, what? During a bender. I still had the blow on me. And I thought it was a rave. I thought we were going, you know, with the
Who
church
took you?
space. Phil Barano, he's still my sponsor today, you know.
Wow.
And he's a young kid. And, you know, I said, well, you know, how'd you get, I said, did you have a problem? He says, I used to go into banks with a shotgun. Everyone on the floor. I go, you can be my sponsor. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And the best thing, Joe, we got sober together.
Yeah.
Lenny and I.
Yeah.
Same day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 23 years.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That was the thing about that whole Boston cruise, that it was all kind of tied to drugs.
Oh.
And the comedy had that feel to it because the comedy was frantic. You know, and there was a thing bang, bang, bang. There was a thing about the guys who came out of Boston, like still to this day, they had like the fastest pace, the most punchlines, and the audiences there were used to that. So they didn't want any bullshit.
And they would tell you.
Yeah.
They would if you weren't good, they go, you suck tonight, get off. And we would have, there were times when I'd say, this is going to be new material tonight. Anyone who doesn't do new material, the minute you do anything you've done before, get off the stage. So Roger's going to be sitting at the back, and you've done that. He'd throw a shot glass and we'd shatter on the wall. Go, next. It was just, and it made you come. And the people, like you said, the audiences that came in there would come every week.
Yeah.
So you'd have to, and they would not settle for any bullshit. You know, that blows. That's no good. Dump that.
There was a whole scene there. It wasn't just the comics. It was like comedy connoisseurs. There was so many people that came to those clubs.
The shows.
Pull it up, Mike.
The shows that were legendary were the Ding Ho on a Wednesday night. Lenny would put like 32 acts on. And of all, I'd go, Len, you know, we got to get the show over because shut up. I got a couple more guys I want to give a break to, and I'd have guys going on till 2 a.m.
And you know, the liquor license at 2, the cops would come, Lenny, you got to stop. And I go, have a drink and we'll finish up, you know. But the first night he took over, when Cremens left, Cremens was leaving, and
what year was this?
Jesus, Joe.
85, 86, somewhere around there.
I thought it closed at 84. No?
I could be wrong on the.
I don't know.
It was short.
Closed before I came in 88.
You know what, Joe? You're right. Probably around 84. I took over from Barry. And
so Shun Lee says to me, hey, man, Barry's leaving. Will you stay for me? I'll double your pay. And I go, yeah, all right, I'll stay. It was $15 to $30, right, at the time, you know. And he says, you run the club. I go, oh, no, man, I'm not. I'll get a guy. He goes, who? He goes, my little brother, he just got laid off at Polaroid. He goes, well, what if he screws us? I said, if he screws us, I'll tell my mother. We'll be fine. So he comes in, and the first thing he says to Shun, he goes, all right, the food sucks. Close the back room. Close the restaurant. We're going to make that a showroom too. So you'd open the front room, you'd go through the kitchen and do a show in the back room. Then you'd come back there and wait till and we started. We were doing 6 shows a night. But the first night he comes in, I was pretty lit up. He goes, you're not going on tonight. You're drunk. And I go, fuck you, man. You're my little brother. I just got you the fucking job. Fuck you. I'll do whatever I want. Blah, blah, blah. So he gets Gavin and they go, come on, man, let's go in the cooler. We'll do a line. So we're in the cooler. We're doing lines. And Gavin goes, I'll be right back. I go out in here. Click. The pricks locked me They locked
He
me
was
in.
so high. I said, "You're not going on tonight."
They
You know?
locked me in the cooler, and I'm back. And so I said, I'll show them. I started fucking drinking everything in there. I passed out. They had to get me out of there. And I kept, I apologized. Okay, you were right. But he turned it into a gold mine. We were doing 6 shows a night, 3 in the front, 3 in the back.
Well, Sweeney said that the guy lost it in a gambling game.
Well,
played
he used to
dominoes.
play Chinese dominoes over in Chinatown, and he didn't pay his food tax, and so I guess a year and a half later they came and locked it up. But
Well, first they came, and he would send a kid out to a liquor store to buy booze because they took all the booze. So we'd have to buy booze for that night. And then after that, they came and they took the chairs, they took the tables. It was incredible. Yeah, he lost everything.
but it was Wednesday night Lenny, Thursday night DJ Hazard, Friday night Don Gavin, Saturday night Cremens, and Sweeney on Sunday night. And, just killer shows.
And what people don't know is that Boston had a different way of doing it. So if it was the Lenny Clarke show, Lenny would host the show.
Right.
Lenny would go on. You would do like, what, 10, 15 minutes or something like that?
Supposed to. He'd open with 40.
But you know why? You know why I came up with that joke? That was my idea because
Was it?
yeah, because it used to be opening, mid-act, closer.
Yeah.
And I was always a closer. I'm going, hey man, if I could host it, I can do lines and smoke dope in between the guys. And I said, well, if someone has a bad set, I can pick it up, or I can be the buffer while they get over that guy. And go, and it just took off.
Well, it was a great way of doing it.
Yeah.
It really was. And then you would kind of close it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there were different nights, different crowds too. Like Gav, like I was always working Wednesdays, and I'd be other clubs, but I always wanted to work Gav's show because Gav had a great show, and they didn't like me. I was like, Gav's crowd did not go for me. They hated me, and I said, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It was a whole, and I had to learn to adapt to different audiences because
What was the difference between Gavin's crowd?
Gav used to say it was more. They were smart. They were
smarter.
They were smarter.
Well, he was a smart motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, he's got more degrees than a
He's got a
thermometer.
couple of masters.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a genius.
Yeah.
Oh man, we used to,
His fucking comedy was so sharp. He would have punchlines you never saw coming on
Right.
top of punchlines you never saw. You were recovering
Killer.
from the last punchline, then he would hit you with another one.
Oh yeah, it was. The first time I saw him, he came on, and I watched him, and I said to him after the show, "How long you been doing this?" Because it's my first time. I go, "You're fucking lying." Gav goes, "We're not off to a good start, right?" and like it was like competitive. It was real competitive. And one night, I was doing a show with him. And some guy came on stage behind me. He was coming behind me, and Gav jumped over this railing and escorted the guy off. And I said, hey, man, that was pretty cool. He goes, I got your back. And then we drove home to his place, and it was like 3 days getting high, and we've been friends ever since. But it was funny because he said to me, he goes, Lenny, I got to ask you a question. He goes, if you could be the richest person or the most famous person, what would it be? I said, oh, without doubt, the most famous. He goes, really? He goes, okay. 6 weeks later, I said, Gav, I thought about it. You're right. I'd rather be the richest. The fame shit's a bunch of bullshit. And he goes, well, I'm glad you came around. See what I mean by smarter? Yeah, he's nuts.
Yeah, if you're the most famous person, you're just going to get stalked everywhere.
Oh, it's
You don't want
horrible.
that. You'd rather be that dude that nobody knows is rich.
Of course. I have 5 billionaire friends. Billionaire, not millionaire. Billionaire friends.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I'm like their pet project, But I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, to live like that. That show Billions. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No, I've never seen it.
It's these guys are just like that. More money than you could spend. More than you could spend.
Yeah, that's a weird life.
Yeah.
A weird life where everybody else is struggling. And
But no one knows
scratching.
them. No, these
Yeah.
people. Well, some of them people know, but these people are like anonymous, and they've more money than you could ever. Jets,
That's very clever.
Yachts. Oh yeah, that's what I would like
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
the way to